Welcome to the Academy. Please take your seats.
Curses! Curses! Professional streamer. So, do you remember a while back I had that issue with my microphone? And, like, I had to reset all the settings? I didn't reset this one, did I? We didn't do it all, Chris. Oh, well. Play. Oh, hi everyone, and welcome to Mage Mondays. Before we get going, go around and say hello to everyone. Thank you, V's Knees, John, 8 months of TTRPG goodness. Thank you so much for that resub. I did say a second ago, it got a laugh from the chat, from players a second ago. Maybe it'll get a laugh from you guys. We need a name. We need a name, John. Get us a name. Before we go around, let's look at our social links. I've already posted that one, but I'll post it again. Discord, Twitter, YouTube. Discord, come and be a part of the family. Twitter, send me a DM, I'll get you a game. YouTube, go and catch up on our Dark Matter streams that we streamed before Christmas. Also, check out our many sponsors, starting with the Deck of Many. The Deck of Many for the Deck of Many sponsors. The Deck of Many made the Deck of Many animated things and many other things. And if I keep saying the word many, it's not going to be a real word anymore. But check out their animated cards. They're really cool. I picked this one at random. The Avatar of Death is not necessarily going to feature in today's show. Allegedly. Also, check out Mage Press, who created this funky expansion for 5e. This one allows play in the Wild West, and you can find it on their website. Also, check out Hero Forge. You might have seen the little figurines on the intro screen, where you can also go and create your own figurines. Over Christmas, they've been releasing a whole bunch of new content as well. So there are new shields and boats. Check out. That's enough waffling from me. Let's go around and say hello to everyone, going clockwise around the screen, starting with Stella Luna. Oh, hi, Stella.
Hello. I am Stella Luna. I am a Twitch streamer. I do variety things. I do artsy-fartsy things and TTRPG things. I do various kinds of D&D, and we have been playing a Swedish TTRPG called Symbarum, which is kind of like a dark fantasy, spooky, gothic sort of thing. It's really exciting and very fun. Today, I am playing Haim Half-Giant. Yeah, I'm definitely not doing an Australian accent here. But Haim is a Goliath ex-deputy. And we are playing the Mage Press Weird West Paladin Oath of the Oath of the Badge. Yeah. I'm excited for guns.
There's gonna be a lot of guns. Next around the screen, we welcome Kaya, Crit Charisma, Alexis. Oh, hi. Also, you're going to be starting today with an advantage thanks to V's new subscription.
Oh, cool. Because the way I canonically roll on Scratticus, I'm going to need all the advantages. Hey, everyone. I'm Kaya Gaston. I'm playing Willa Holiday. I'll be a Huckleberry. She is the gunslinger gambler of the group, the fire ganassi with the crazy red hair. I am so ready. I don't know what to do with my arms. I'm just gonna put them here. I'm ready. I'm so ready. That's all I got.
I love it. Love it. Next around the screen, we welcome another new player. Oh, hi, Aria S Dreams, or Aria's Dreams.
I am Aria. So I will be playing Val. I'm brand new to D&D. She is a changeling orphan. Her class is the Martyr, and her subclass is the Burden of Truth, I believe it's called. And I'm really excited. She's a trickster. She's a little bit of a, she's fun. She's good-hearted. She just doesn't know it yet.
I mean, that sounds absolutely perfect. Last but most certainly not least, Cammy!
Hi! I'm gonna be playing Spirit Host Witch, pretending to be Cleric of Bahamut, because being a witch is not a fun time. I'm gonna attempt to do an accent, but don't burn me. Yeah, it's gonna be so much fun.
We're gonna start today's session at the headquarters of the Scissors, or the Bloody Scissors. A government aligned kind of faction, I guess, that clean up bounties and other things, but they're in no ways official. Which is how they got the nickname the Scissors, because it means they can cut through a heckin' lot of red tape. Before we get into our base, though, I want everyone to tell me something about the base. I'm gonna throw some rules out there. I don't want it to be the cleanest, and I think there needs to be alcohol. Other than that, Stella, tell us something about the base.
Yeah. The bar at the base is pretty nice. They've got some tables. They're not exactly the kind that are sturdy. They lean to one side. There's a few broken stools. There's a few questionable stains. Don't ask about them. You don't know. But yeah, the bar is famous, known for its darts. There's a whole darts section over there. But the thing about the darts is they're not darts. They're tiny little cactus bugs.
Okay, bug darts, famous for their bug dart tournament held here every year. I love it. I love it.
Sweet.
Kaya, what can you tell us about the base?
Well, the bar may be famous for the darts, for the underbelly. In the back is where the good poker tournaments go down. They got about 3 tables down there. The buy-in's large. Might cost you life, but it's worth the money if you can win. Definitely smells back there too.
Not always the one. Worth it if you win. Aria.
Well, I would say that this bar has a very shady patronage to it. Lots of people in cloaks, lots of people who don't want you to know who they are, and lots of people who aren't afraid to die, I would say. And, you know, it's pretty intimidating. It's definitely something that Val feels very at home in. So that's what I would say the bar is like.
Sounds pretty dang good. Pretty dang good. Patron. Perfect. Aria, tell us something about the bar.
Oh, wait. So I didn't... Wait. Wait, was I
Oh, sorry,
supposed to
no.
go?
I meant to say Cammy.
So
I meant to say Cammy. My bad.
They serve the best fruity drinks.
Oh yeah, the bartender, the college of the bartender, the bard tender, if you will, is in town and hired almost permanent at this establishment. Now, none of you told me a name.
Marcus.
Best name gets an advantage. No, I mean,
Oh,
of the bar.
I take that back.
Of the bar.
Oh. The bar's named Marcus.
Yeah,
The
bar's
smelly,
named
the
Marcus.
smelly boot.
Smelly boot, pretty good. That fits me perfectly, but it doesn't fit my headset.
I mean,
No, it fits your headset perfectly.
there we go. Yes.
I'll just leave them down.
I'm so bad at coming up with names on the spot.
Can I suggest one?
Sisters.
Can I suggest one for Haim? Haim?
Sure.
The cactus bug.
I like it. It's appropriate.
They came up with it, so I'm like, it's
So
theirs.
far, I think the smelly boot is winning. So far,
Yeah.
we've got people in chat coming in. The hanging low bar, the whiskey ginger, the surly
The surly
owlbear.
Oh,
I
boy.
think,
Snake in boot.
Snake in boot.
Rattle
Reach
gun,
for
snake
the
shake, maybe.
sky.
No, we're gonna go with the smelly boot. It's called the smelly boot. There are many shady patrons in this establishment, some of whom belong to this special club. Club of bounty hunters, would-be inspectors, sheriffs, or dropped-out deputies. And these special members of this bar know of a secret entrance downstairs. behind the poker tables, head down, and speak nicely to Sue. He will feel a bookcase behind tables that slides away. Feel Jackson's office. Invite only. Invites tend to come from a piece of paper. Where do we find you all in the bar? Get Jackson.
Well, Willa's in the back, going through a winning streak. Might not have anything to do with the fact that she's got a few aces up her sleeve, literally and figuratively. So she is on a hot streak right now in a game of Texas Hold'em.
Haim's been giving all of his money to Willa. He's not very good at this game.
Maybe you'll have a better luck next time. Just pulls the pot in.
Pulling lint and like a few extra coins, copper pieces, just kind of plops them down. Come on, one more.
I don't know if you got enough. Might have to stake your steed or the medal at your side.
You're on. Pulls a revolver and smacks it down on the table. Picks up
Okay.
the cards. The cards look tiny in his giant hands.
So, let's do this. Let's play poker.
Oh god.
You suck.
I'm so great at poker. I'm not. I'm awful at poker.
Willow needs to give us a sleight of hand to begin.
Yep.
See
Yep.
how good at cheating you.
I'm gonna use one of my advantages. That was worse. Let's see. I think my sleight of hand is not terrible because I knew I was gonna be pulling shit. 12.
12. Okay. Okay. On a 12, I'll give you one extra dice each round.
Yes.
Each of you roll me 5 dice. D6s. The highest total will win the hand. Willow, you can roll an extra dice and drop the lowest
Got it.
because of your cheating ways.
What? Me?
There is an option for you to roll him. Is anyone else at the poker table playing?
You said
Oh dear.
5, and so I roll 6, correct?
5, you roll 6, yeah.
Okay. I've got. Okay.
Haim never cheats.
What's your total?
Mine is 23.
Oh my, oh dear. I'm.
Well, I
Is-
got snake eyes.
Oh no!
You got a lot of snake eyes, all right.
8 is my total.
I rolled a bunch of 3s and 3s, and I rolled a 6. I only got 1-1.
Okay, well, round 2, you can hand in up to 2 dice and re-roll for another dice. As saying hold 'em, right? Well, let's just bend the rules.
Yeah, it's. I think 2 cards. You can go. Yeah, it's fine. We'll do just traditional poker.
Yeah.
I'll hand in the one die. I'll re-roll it.
He will hand in his 2 ones.
Hey, that's pretty good. Isn't it? Picks up to a 16.
I rolled a 4 on that one that I had originally, so I went up to like
So
I think a
that's what,
25.
16 base 26.
Yeah. We take away 1. Yeah, 26.
The dealer sort of looks at you, Haim, and sighs.
See him slightly crinkle the cards. His hands just shaking.
Sweetie, you gotta learn when to quit.
Just slides the cards down, slides the pistol out towards the middle of the table.
Willow will pick up the rifle and. Is it a rifle
It's just a
or
revolver.
Okay, and she'll spin it. It's got a good weight to it, and she'll toss you a gold piece. I wouldn't spend that on the cards. Maybe spend it to drown your sorrows.
Oh, Haim probably catches it. Just tink.
Yes.
Tips hat. Thank you, ma'am.
and in Willa's mind, she goes, I almost feel bad robbing her.
And dealer goes, oh, these came from the back, and passes you both a card, which no, invited by Jackson.
Oh, well, this day just got interesting. And I'll tip the dealer. Make my way.
Where do we find Val?
So Val is she doesn't know how to play poker. she really like thinks that she fits into places like this, but then it comes to actually like knowing anything about the places that she's in, and she's like, well, I'm just gonna like disguise myself as one of the people at the bar and just pretend that I belong here. So she is currently under a hood so that people cannot see her face. She's at the bar and she is just sitting there hoping that no one notices she doesn't belong here. She's like, okay, she's thinking to herself, all right, this is fine. I am strong and capable and these people don't intimidate me at all. And she's like trying to work up the nerve to like, if she has to fist fight someone in this bar, she's ready. Like, she's like, you know, if I have to like get my way out of here really fast, I'm gonna like, she has like an escape plan. She's a route out of this bar. And she is just, you know, trying not to talk to anybody. She's trying to stay quiet and not look up so that people don't see her face. And she is like in this bar because she wants to like prove she went into this bar because she's like, okay, yeah, this bar looks cool. I'm gonna go into a bar. I'm gonna be a cool person and go into a bar. I'm gonna drink. I'm gonna do all this. And now that she's in here, she's like very timidly sipping on a drink, like just praying that nobody talks to her, that she doesn't have to interact with anybody. And this drink tastes so bad and she hates it, but she won't admit it. So she's just like taking very slow sips of her drink and just hoping that the bartender doesn't notice her disgusted faces. And like, she's just like, nobody talk to me.
The bartender's gonna come along the bar, you know. Looks at you, quite a chiseled guy, strong jaw, strong nose. Not a lot of hair though. White shirt, you know. Can I get you another?
Hi.
Hi there, you. You've been drinking, you're sipping your drink a while. Would you like another one?
Drink? Yes. I would love another drink. Yes. Another, I mean, yeah, sure, whatever.
Hey, you want to stick to the ale, or do you want to move on to something more, little more partying?
Well, that sounds good. That sounds like a drink. Yeah, that's what I want. The new one. Yeah.
I've got a fine whiskey in if you would like to start chasing down that ale.
Yeah. That sounds like a good chaser for my ale. I would love to. Yeah, whiskey. I've had lots of whiskey. Lots of that.
I bet you have.
My favorite drink.
Takes a small shot glass, fills it with fire water, and puts it down in front of you.
Oh no.
You had Mai Tais available and you're going for the whiskey.
So Val takes a look at this shot glass and she's just questioning all of her life decisions. She's like, why did I make these choices in my life? Everything that's led up to this part in my life where I decided to walk into this bar, it was a mistake. And she just very timidly picks up the shot glass. And the bartender is like staring right into her soul. And she like,
on the bar.
She's terrified of like his reaction. And she's just like, and then her mouth just sets on fire. Her entire body, because she's so small, this overpowering substance that she has just let into her body, 100th mistake of the day. She just whimpers. She's just like,
can you please make me a DC 15 Constitution saving?
Okay, I honestly, how do I roll that? I'm sorry.
So if you have a character sheet all set up in Roll20, you can just click on Constitution save in the top left. On the core sheet.
It should be above your skills.
Okay, I see it.
Oh.
That, my friend, is a nat 1.
So Val, she just lets out like a scream, like running around the bar, and she's so small, she just sneaks between all these people, and they're all like very confused as she just runs around the bar screaming her head off, and she is terrified. She is like, oh my god, what did I just drink? And she can't control her bodily movements. She can't control her mouth. She is just screaming and hoping that the fire in her throat will go away. And she can't even worry about what other people are thinking of her right now because she just is so overcome by this drink.
Your concerns about being noticed before melt away as you run around the bar, drawing the eye of everyone in the room. Mechanically, you've suffered 2 levels of drunkenness. It means at the first level, a pleasant buzz fills your head, which is quite nice. But at the second level, your passive perception drops by 5. So for the time being, until you sober up, please drop your passive perception by 5. Jinx, you see this.
Yes. If she hadn't been so in her own head, Val would have noticed Jinx right next to her, sipping a good berry daiquiri and eating french fries.
Good berry daiquiri.
Yes.
Val, do you return to your seat? Do you leave? What happens?
So I think eventually she just has to accept that this is the reality of her body right now. Like, she just has to accept I'm on fire. Okay, yeah, I'm on fire. So she makes her way, she like stops in place really suddenly. She comes to this realization very quickly. She's just like, I loved it. She's like trying to hold back tears, and she's trying not to scream anymore, and she can barely whimper out her words, and she just very slowly, she like takes 1 step, and she's like, I don't know if I can do this in her head, but she's like, she just takes very slow steps back towards her seat.
As you take your seat, the bartender's still there, hasn't moved this whole time you've been running around the bar. Still hands on the bar, and as you sit back down, he just says, that'll be 1 silver piece.
Yep.
Would you like another?
And Val's just like, she just looks around. She looks around at the people around her who are all staring at her, and she's just like, I think, I really just want to savor this whiskey. I think I just really want to savor what I have, you know?
Not the back room, but from towards the back of this crowd, you hear someone, I'll get her a surprise tequila, you can put it on me!
And Val just turns
turns to that man with a death glare in her eyes. She's just like ready to murder someone. And she just goes, no, you can keep your money. That's fine. I'm savoring my alcohol. And she still can barely form words, so this is taking all of her energy to like even talk to this man. She is really ready to just take off her, she's really just ready to take out something and kill this man. Like, she's ready to break this glass on the table and just and kill him, but she knows, she's like, okay, calm down, Val, it's fine. You're fine. It's gonna go away.
The bartender reaches below the bar, pulls out a bowl, fresh chips, pretty solid chips, and just puts them on the bar for you. Drink more salt, they drink beer. Good tactic. So he puts these chips down between the two of you. In the chips, 2 small paper. Both no means. Jackson.
And Val is just going to go to take the chip, and she's just gonna be like, and she's gonna open the paper, and she's just going to, her eyes are just gonna be like instantly sunken in. She's just gonna be like, why? Just internally like, why? on the one day that she chose to do something stupid. Not that she doesn't do stupid things every day, but the one day she chose to do the stupidest thing she'd possibly ever done, she now has an invite to see Jackson. And she just sinks back in her chair and is just contemplating her life.
I'm gonna slide my daiquiri towards her and be like, trust me. Take a sip.
And Val is gonna have a really hard time trusting anyone right now. She is like, but something about Jinx's smile, genuine smile, just like sets in this expectation, and she's like, this is good. I should trust this girl. I should trust her, even though I just got my mouth set on fire by this bartender. And she very timidly takes the drink and she slides it over and she stares at it, and it's really pretty and she likes the color, and she just takes a little baby sip, and then her like colors fill her mind and her body, and she's like, this is delicious. And she just lets out that, and then she's like, I mean, thank you. Yeah, that's good. And she just takes another really big sip, but tries to like make it look like she's just taking a little one, but she's like downing this drink all in one go, because it's like, it's finally getting the fire out of her throat.
I can understand, and then that you Gary.
I think that yeah. Maybe, for a laugh, for a giggle. I mean,
Perhaps the two of you.
Yeah, I'm no stranger to that. So I mean, that's like normal for me. But yeah, like maybe for today,
I'm gonna get up and be like, you coming?
Vala's gonna like take a second. She's processing her life right now. She's staring at the table and she has this empty drink in her hand, and she's just like, yeah. She gets up and she just like stands as close as she can to you without like looking like she's like really begging you to take her somewhere where she's not like going to die.
I'm gonna pick the note out of the chips and head towards the back.
And I'm gonna follow you with the note crumpled in my hand. My hand is just in a fist. And I'm just following you into the back.
So the four of you congregate in this meeting area at the back, and it's not long until Sue comes out to greet you. Right, loves. So now, Jackson's having a good day at the minute. He's got a new job for all of you, so best behaviour as always. You can take your guns in, but touch them and you die.
Oh, Sue. You're always the sweetest.
Stop it, Willow, stop it. Alright, so, in you go then. And she pulls on a book, and it slides open. Inside
How small
is
the?
What?
How small is this passage? Haim is 7 feet tall.
Val's just standing here. Val's just sitting there really scared because she can't read.
It's kind of like a regular sort of doorway, so like a 6'5" maybe frame.
Yes.
Fortunately, there's only a doorway, which is an office. There's a large mahogany desk with some gold trim, 2 flags sitting out of the corners. Flags of this region, which we'll come up with at some point. There behind the desk is Jackson, a goblin, who looks at the four of you. All right, thanks for coming. I'm glad you could come along. Now, I've got a new job for all of you. And he takes a cigar out of the cigar box and hops off of his chair onto the ground, disappearing behind the desk, and then walking around the side in this sort of like small goblin waddle.
Willa, being a fire ganassi, will light her some.
Oh, thank you very much. Lovely. Now, this one's gonna be a little more complicated. We're gonna need a team. That's why we brought the 4 of you in, the 4 specialists. I'm Jinx. You don't look like average law keepers, which is good. Well, Heim, you do a bit, but you're disgraced or something. It's a good cover. We need you to infiltrate a gang and in a robbery. Willa, Val, I want you two to get them into this gang. Do whatever it takes. Now, why is the question? You might have heard of the new railway being constructed, going all the way from the north coast down to the south with trade routes in every location. Well, on its maiden voyage, the president is going to be bringing himself with all of his treasures from the north all the way to the south. And on the large stretch in the frontier, very close to here, we know that Richard, or Big Dick, because of his gun, is planning to steal all of the treasures.
I'm so proud of you.
I just have a big dick written down in my notes now.
Val doesn't get it.
Don't forget the pictures.
So I need the two, well, if all 4 of you can get into the gang, fair enough. But I need at least 2 of you in that gang to figure out exactly when and how they're planning to execute this robbery and what it means for all of us. We all know Big Dick's not above killing people.
God damn it, Scratch.
I gotta stop myself from all the jokes that are coming into my mind. Well, you know, I'm always good for a challenge. You don't think that Big Dick's gonna reveal himself too soon, do you?
He very rarely lowers his guard. Keeps a tight belt on his operations.
That's it. I can go home now.
Wasn't prepared for this.
Well, where do we
All
start?
right.
Well, where do we start?
Good question. Good question. Like I say, he plays his cards close to his chest. I'd start by finding maybe some gang members who might be able to get you in. You know, Big Dick's been gathering as many people as want to tote a gun and make some easy money. Unfortunately, it's pretty much everyone.
Well, I have a few circles that I could probably ask around in.
All right. Geometry's good. People would be better.
Oh my god.
Well, I'm not a stranger to looking at people and wondering what they're doing. So, I mean, I think that I would be very good at that. I'm very confident in myself right now. I'm very confident.
Good. That's good.
You see Haim, he has these big fluffy mutton chops, by the way. He's just kind of like twirling one, just playing with it. He says, I've got an eye for trouble. I'm sure we can find some that'll eventually take us to where we need to go.
There we go. That's the ticket. Yeah. Between the three of you, we've got some nice circles and eyes for trouble and confidence. Now, Jinx, if only we had a heart.
Yeah, should I lose the dragon? Or is... I mean, I'm a cleric, so it's...
Oh, that's perfect. Maybe they need a healer. You know? People forget that these gangs, they're away from home. They miss their mums.
Sure. Yes. Alright.
I don't know. Can you make it look like a Tiamat? Maybe someone a little less.
I could just take it off.
I mean, it's up to you. I don't think Big Dick's got anything against dragons.
I guess we'll just see how it goes.
Personally, I've always been seeking out a big red male dragon. Because I want to fly.
So first it was seeking out big dicks, and now it's seeking out dragons. Got it.
No, that's just a personal wish of mine. I heard Red Bulls give you wings.
Well, Jackson, what's the score?
Well, of course, service to your country. But also, if the robbery doesn't go on, we'll reward you each 200 gold pieces.
Well, money speaks to me.
Hang on a second, though. If your investigations and your undercover work leads to the arrest, or you find evidence that can lead to us securing a bounty and then killing Big Dick, we'll give you a lawman's salary in one installment.
And Val is just standing there pretending that she knows what salary means. And trying to look like she knows what's going on.
You see Haim adjusting his hat. He's like, well, how much is a lawman worth these days, numerically speaking?
Well, as I understand it, the state pays the sheriff 3,000 gold a year.
You see him just like kind of look over, and he's like, shit, I was getting underpaid by a lot.
And Val's eyes just light up as soon as you say that, and she's just like imagining all of the things she could do with 3,000 gold, and she just like can't even process it. She's like trying not to look like the inner child that she is right now.
Willa will just say, just imagine, look at Val and just go, imagine all the whiskeys you'd be able to buy.
Yeah, that sounds great. More whiskey, that's what I want. That's what I've been looking for.
All right, well, Jackson, do you got any other information for us to lead us on our way? Or is it just a shake hands, part ways, and when we see each other, hope we're all richer people?
Let's see. Dick's gang. It's getting bigger and bigger, but his core people at the top, his main advisors, they've got real tight bonds. Bear that in mind. Not a reward for all of them, but I don't think they'd give him up easy. If we erect a gibbet, they need to erect one with 4 holes rather than just...
Oh, God, you're the worst.
Big news.
You don't happen to know where they, do we know where they hang out? Do we know where they frequent or haunt?
I would have heard of trouble and all. Kind of like low-key trouble, though. Not organized troubles, people tend to fall. Unless someone steals and kills someone, gets a bounty on. But you know that in the town across has been people trying to hustle.
Okay. And me being in a city underbelly of card players and gamblers, do I happen to have any contacts to this ring?
I don't. Oh. Your choice of insight to try and define things from your people, or perception if you would have been a little more persuasion, sorry, if you'd have been a little.
Persuasion's way better. I know, that's surprising. Persuasion would be a 21.
21. Oh yeah. So you literally heard someone just yesterday talking about a new job they've got with great prospects. Pretty seedy, but is one of the most well-known people in the state, and everyone knows.
Alright. I'll just look at everybody and go, I feel like I have a good place to start.
Well, that's good, because I have no idea I mean, I'm very put together right now. I know, yeah, I get it. I know what you're talking about.
I'm very proud of you. Alright.
All right, let's try to pen out your lead.
Okay. Jackson, always a pleasure. Stay green.
In the money, you mean?
Sure.
All right, see you later.
Once we're out of the room where touching metal would get you killed, I'll throw the revolver I won from Haim back to him. Looks like you're gonna need this a little bit more than me, as I tap the 2 that are already on each thigh.
You throw the revolver, it just kind of hits Haim and then falls down. He goes, He just kind of bends down very awkwardly because he's very, very, very broad. You just hear like all of his leather armor and like the chain links under his giant duster. They just kind of creak noisily as he reaches down and holsters it. Thank you, ma'am. Tips hat.
All right, well, I happen to know a loudmouth fella who seems to have gotten into a job with some higher ups. I feel like that might be a good place to start. really digging
gonna-
this music.
Are you going to host publicly?
Accosting publicly never works. I'm gonna try and, like, befriend them and be like, yeah, we too are trustworthy folk.
Mhm.
Either that or we'll kill him and take his place. Plan A, play B.
Val may recognize our friend
Oh.
Errol playing at the pool table, playing at the poker table, offering people surprise tequilas. He's kind of a snaggle-toothed, weedy guy with scraggly hair and a sits atop his head way back. He's more akin to cooking up moonshine than usually spend time in the bar, but he does come to play poker regular, so people will tolerate. There Errol is, getting ready to go and play some poker, just like normal.
Val is staring at this man, knowing that this is the man that she is just all of her rage just comes bubbling back into her as she stares at this man, and she's just like breathing very deeply, just trying not to, kill this man. She just like is kind of standing behind everyone else, just like, yeah, you guys can handle the talking here. And she just she just can't do anything but like try not to kill him and ruin the entire operation.
So you said that our contact, the person that is going back to play some poker?
Yeah, that's the only reason he comes to this place. He comes to play poker. He never buys any drinks or anything. Brings his own little brown jug in with him.
Let's look at
Once
everyone.
he spilt some on the table's still stained.
Let's look at everyone go. Should we go back and see if perhaps we can better our way into this place?
See Haim take out the 1 gold coin that you gave him. I'm gonna need the dealer to break this.
I'd like 20 copper, please. And I'll just look to see if that's like a good plan. Do we want to try and play our way into this gang, or I don't know
And Val is just pretending she knows how to play poker. And Val's just like, yeah, that sounds great. That sounds like something I know how to do.
Well, I'm of the mind that the quickest way to double your money is to fold it over and put it in your back pocket, but for this, I think this is a good way to go.
Jinx, is it?
Yeah, it's a fine idea. I have no idea how to play poker, but I'll learn.
Well, is this something that we all want to play poker, or do you just want me to try and place my stakes?
Well, I mean, I'm not saying I'm a stranger to poker. I've played plenty of games of poker, but I mean, I feel like it's probably best if we have our, best assets forward in this case. So maybe you just do everything.
I don't want to do everything.
Haim will
It's just the only idea that came to me.
Haim will offer the gold coin to you, Willa. All bets on you. Man.
Willa will just hold up her hand and pat the satchel of gold that she took from Haim and the others earlier and go, I believe I'm all set. Maybe, I'm trying to figure out a strategy. Is it better to lose to him and look desperate for money? Or is it better to win, pull him in, and draw information out that way?
I'm willing to lose.
Well, I mean, these people seem like they're pretty, elitist, and they probably think that if we win, we're pretty, well, I guess they might kill us, but I mean, we might just want to try and win our way in and see if that makes them like us.
Well, do we want to play both sides? Jinx, do you want to go in and lose? I'll go in and win and see which works best.
Sure. I feel like we shouldn't hitch our wagon, horses to one wagon.
I get what
Whatever
you're
the
saying.
Yes, whatever that saying is.
Hamel hands the gold coin to Jinx. Good luck.
Oh, I'm good, Hank. Thank you. I have plenty.
Poor Haim. He just wants to help. He just wants to help.
Haim's like got little blushies. This giant of a man.
Poor
Well,
buddy.
he'll take the gold coin, go over to the bar, and he'll order a good berry daiquiri.
And Val's gonna follow him over there because she wants to ask him for some of his time.
Then
So
I
let's
guess.
follow,
Yeah.
okay.
We'll
there
go in and-
sits Errol, as you know him. Feet on the table, boots off, scratching his thigh. Kind of loose tartan shirt sits over him with fenders at the top. And as you walk, oh well, dang! If it ain't Willa, welcome back, Willa. You took all my money yesterday, but today I'm gonna beat you.
Well, let's see if you've learned anything new today. Or maybe I'm just gonna leave with more of your money.
Oh, I can feel it in my bones.
Feeling lucky today.
I'm gonna win. Does the old like a bottle.
Sophisticated.
And he sort of like stands up and straightens his hat up. And who's your friend? Hello there, madam. My name is Errol. It is a pleasure to meet you.
Hello, my name's Jinx Dupree. Pleasure to meet you.
What on earth is that accent?
I have no idea.
Oh, delight.
She's a high society, great at poker, just a straight killer. Don't let the accent fool you.
Well, let's play.
All right.
Oh, goodness.
We get to play poker twice today, guys. This is really
Don't worry.
exciting.
5d6. Is that it?
Let's do it a little different. Let's make this
Okay.
like Texas Hold'em. Okay.
Okay.
Do you both know how to play poker?
Nope.
Yes, but it's been a while.
Perfect. We'll kind of do it like Yahtzee.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll 3d6 and put them on the table.
Mhm.
Each roll 2d6 privately.
Okay. So we're trying to create essentially a pair or
Pairs, run, all of that good stuff.
Okay. So you said 2.
and you rolled something?
Nope.
Okay. And is it one of those where we can exchange a card?
No, it's gonna be like Texas Hold'em, where you have 2 cards.
Got it. All right.
Woo.
I don't really know how much gold I have, so I'm just assuming I have a buttload of it.
He's gonna put 5 coppers in there. Straight up. Oh yeah, you're gonna hate me for this one.
Willow will just go, oh, well, looks like your luck has changed, but we'll see if mine's better. And I'll put in 5 copper and then I'll raise him 2.
Looks to Jinx. 7 coppers to carry on.
Sure. I pull out a small purse and pull out the money. Put it down.
Right, he puts 2 coppers in to stay in the game. then put down a silver.
Oh no, I gotta do math.
Silver is 10 copper.
Oh yeah, I know, but just in general, math is
Hard, yes. Willa will... I have a question. Could I surreptitiously switch out a card?
Hell yeah, roll me a sleight of hand.
Debating whether to keep it. Oh, yeah, I think it's fine. 15.
Pretty good. Which one out?
Okay. Another D6. Okay.
I mean, Willer, if you want to fold, you can, you know.
When have I ever been a quitter? And I'll put down another silver. I'll put down a silver to stand.
Milady.
I'm gonna
I am
Ms.
Miz. Is that Miss or Miz? Not asking for.
I'm just gonna put in the silver.
Dealer drops another dice on the table. So now that adds to our pool, so we've got a 3, 2, 3, and a 1.
Okay.
Well, I'll hold.
Willow will just look across the table and try to see if she can draw in Arl for a little bit. For a little bit. For a little bit more. And she'll put in another 3 copper.
Jinx is standing 3 coppers.
Uh,
Someone's making the match now.
I'm good. This is too rich for my blood. I'm gonna fold.
Alright, just you and me then, Willa. Puts in 3 coppers to see you. Dealer puts the last card on the table, the river. Hooey! Alright, well. Takes out a gold piece.
I'll call him on it, and I'll put down a gold piece.
Reveals his cards. He has a 3, making 4 threes. Nice 6.
Okay. So I have a question.
Sure.
If you have a 1 and a 3, right? Like, so you rolled a 1 and a 3. So we have 3 threes. I'm trying to figure out which is higher between my 2 dice.
What did
So
you roll a 1 then a 3?
No, I have a 2. And I have a 2 and a 5.
2 and a 5. So the 2 will match the 2, but you have got. If you had a 4, you'd have had a run. No
I did have a
4s
4.
rolled.
My 4, I switched out my 2 for the 4. So technically, I have both cards because I swapped out one of my cards.
Oh, so if you wanted to, yeah, you could 4 and the 5. That gives you a straight flush.
Then I have a straight flush.
He looks at his 4 of a kind against your straight flush, and he's like, "Well, shit! I thought I had you this time. How in the what in the set? I mean." Oh,
What can I say? I am just a lucky one.
there's something about. I mean, what are you, a halfling or something? All this luck everywhere.
And she'll just let her hair kind of flame a little bit more. Do I look like a halfling?
Saying you never know. Maybe your pappy was a halfling or something. I don't know.
She's also like 5'9". But she'll look at him and be like, "But I've heard you've still got a luck stream going. heard, and I'll lean in close, that you've got a pretty good job coming down the pipeline.
Looks around. Two of you. All right, now look, Willa. I'm gonna trust your friend because they're with you. That's on you, though. All right.
Of course.
Oh!
She'll mirror him to make him feel better.
Oh, you drink that slop the bartender knocks up. You should try this. I make it with apples, so it's gotta be good.
I'll take a sip and I'll be like, go on, as if like urging him to keep talking. Nope.
Working is what I do, but rooting and all. Gathering horses. Some kind of big job coming up. Eat horses. Real easy. Gather up the horses wherever I can find them. Oh, lead to the source, of course.
Close.
And every horse that I hand in, they gives me 20 gold. I'm rolling in gold. I got more money than I know what to do with.
So, do you even know what he needs these horses for?
No, something for the big guy, the head honcho, some like I can't remember his name, like Big Iron. Or
the capital
like.
D, as some say. Yes.
The capital D.
The big dick.
Oh, I guess it could be for the big. I've heard they said something like that. You know, Big Iron. Yeah, I guess so. I've always wanted to work for Big Dick. I'm double lucky.
You are very lucky. I just am more experienced, that's all. Well, who were you delivering these horses to?
Oh, there's a guy at the bank. Goes by the name McCready. Irish fella. Big ginger beard. Can't miss him. Where's the top hat? Oh.
And giving McCready horses for coin. That's all you've done for this, though I say it, very impressive. All you've done for this new game.
So like looks for a second and like turns away and can I just show you something?
Sure. Is he about to stab me?
That shooting down at the pass that.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I did that one. I paid 50 gold.
Oh, good for you. You made it out alive. You are a lucky one.
It's not in cards.
Well, which would you rather be lucky at? Cards or getting shot at?
And I feel like if I was lucky enough in cards, I could probably avoid the getting shot at problem.
That's true. Well, maybe we'll go check out this game. See if maybe my luck will rub off on a little extra coin my way. Maybe I'll lose it to you next time.
Maybe. Hey, now don't you go rustling for me. That's my job, right?
Oh, I would never
But
step on
tell
somebody
McCready
else's money.
I sent you. And me and him, we're like this. He'll sort you out with something.
Perfect. Absolutely wonderful.
And I understand with the rest of the gang, he's like this.
All right. Well, we're gonna go talk to this McCready. You hopefully have a better luck at card game for the rest of the day.
Lady, it was a pleasure to see you. And I hope that you're still wearing the Bahamut thing.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that he takes off his hat again. I hope that you don't find any of our doings here sinful. the map as you were told, you know, resonates.
I believe in mercy and forgiveness. That was a shitty accent, sorry.
It was perfect. I loved it. I've been bouncing through British and Val Kilmer all day. We're fine. DM, could I have taken a whiff of that just to see perhaps what was in that whilst not drinking it?
Oh, it smells like paint stripper.
Yep, that's straight poison. That might be why he is losing at cards.
Let's
Cool.
go back to the main room where Haim and Val went back to the bar.
I imagine the Goodberry daiquiris in like a tiny glass, even smaller in his ham-fisted hand. Just like sipping it, little tiny umbrella sticking out of it.
And Haim wouldn't let me have a sip of his drinks, so I had to order my own. And the glass is giant in my hand, and it's like I'm just like shaking still, like trying to just like at the same time not kill the man over there that I know they're talking to him, and also trying not to attract any more attention because everybody around me is staring at me, and I'm just like shaking as I sip very quietly on my drink, and you can see that I smile a little bit every time I drink it because I'm like, this isn't fire.
Haim will very gently put one of his big hands like on your shoulder in a reassuring gesture, and it's actually surprisingly soft, like for how small you are compared to him. He's very gentle. It's all right, little lady.
And she doesn't know how to react to like people putting hands on her or like touching her, so she's just kind of like hoping that he'll stop.
Oh yeah, absolutely. He'll stop immediately.
Because she's just like not used to like but at the same time she's like, she appreciates you can see that she's like appreciating the gesture that he is, you know, giving her, and she's just like, I'm fine. It's fine. I'm fine. It's fine.
Well, look, you don't mind that gentleman over there one piece of your mind, and just keep your mind to what we're doing here. Need all focus on our plan.
Very easy for me to keep my mind on this. It's very delicious. Don't tell anyone I said that. And I'm just like, and I'm like trying also not to make eye contact with anyone else, but I do look up and make eye contact with Haim, and that's the only person I'm like no one else. I'm just tuning out everybody else and hoping that like if they interact with me, I'm just gonna pretend like I didn't hear them.
No one else comes to approach it. Bartender comes every now and then, keeping an eye on your drinks. As you are both drinking this, why don't you both make me a decent?
Okay. Oh god. Every time you ask me to roll something, I get a nat 1.
I mean, I like it.
It's fine. I do too.
Oh wait, I'm sorry, how do I do the save? I think I did it wrong, right?
No, that's totally
You
right.
did it right.
Really correct.
Okay. Okay.
You both failed. Neither of you can handle your liquor. That means Haim, you two are now joining club -5 perception, passive perception. Val, though, you're kind of getting a little drunk. Your coordination wanes at level 3, giving you disadvantage on strength, dexterity, and constitution checks. And at level 4, where you are now, your words begin to slur, giving you disadvantage on intelligence, wisdom, and charisma checks. That's right, you have disadvantage on all checks.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, wow.
That's wonderful. And you can tell that Val is just like losing. Like you can tell that like she is normally very like observant, but as she gets more drunk, she's just very like has to focus on one thing. So she just focuses on her drink, and she's just like, you can tell that she's not all there at all. And if she gets into an interaction at this point with anyone, she's going to like crumble and fall apart completely.
I think Haim has been just back to back with these good varied daiquiris, and like he leans in towards the bartender. This is very good. Can I get another one? That's why.
and I whisper to Val whispers to Haim, and she's like, "Can you ask him for 2?"
Can I get 2?
Darn right, it's good. I didn't go to Bard College. I'm making drinks to make bad to carry. 2 more coming right up. On your tab, I'm.
He just pulls out the 1 gold coin. This is my tab.
Yeah, you're still good.
And Val is just like she stares down at herself, and she realizes she like didn't bring anything into this bar, and she's just she brought like a single copper into this bar, and she's just like very happy that she just happened to end up with Haim, and she's just like, yeah.
Y'all like the spider drink? Could try one of these other things.
What do you mean? What are you talking about? I hate this. It's for fun, you know? It's a fun.
Got one called a pixie punch.
That sounds dreadful.
It's kind of glittery and stuff, but it's sweet like a daiquiri.
And Val is just staring at it with like sparkles and like the glitter in her eyes, and she's just like you could just tell her mouth is watering for it, and she's just like, I mean it looks gross, but like I've always wanted to like try something, so I mean like that's all I'm doing. I'm just gonna like try it, you know.
I warn you though, the pixie punch punches harder than the daiquiri.
I love getting punched.
I don't know how to respond. Are you in for one as well?
He looks over at this much smaller person. It seems almost like a challenge, right? He's like, yeah, I'll take one. He does not look confident at all at this.
2 pixie punches, right up. And you would give each of you have a glass put in front of you. One is red and sparkling, with glitter running through it. It looks kind of like a health potion, but extra glitter. And the second one is bright pink, with like purple glitter flame. And you go, take your pick. On your tab, Haim.
Tips us out, and then he gestures to Val. Ladies first.
And Val is gonna pick the biggest, most sparkly one. So she's gonna pick the one with the purple glitter. But she's gonna act like she's just gonna be like, oh well, like I mean, I feel like I should pick the one that's the most pixie punch, because you know, like I'm trying it. So it's like, you know, I gotta really try it. So that's why, you know, like not because I love glitter. Why would I like that? That's stupid. she grabs the big one, and she can't contain her excitement. Like she tries to, but she like grabs it like really quickly, and she's like staring at it with like the intention of just chugging it. But then she looks around and she's like, very small sip. Hell yeah, I mean, and she's like, it's like the best thing she's ever drank in her entire life. It's like the best thing she's ever put in her body in her whole life.
Sweet, fruity, you can't taste the alcohol at all.
And she's like she's like loving it. It's like amazing. And she's just like on the outward side, she's just like, yeah, I mean, it's not really my style, but I mean, like, it's like the mood, you know, we're like going for. I mean,
I can take it away and get you.
Oh no! I can stomach it. You know, it's one of those things. Don't worry. No.
I mean, you did a real pretty dance the last wish.
That was a performance, actually. I'm actually very good at acting. And I was pretending that it did that because it's funny. It's funny. Yeah.
All the
Throw a
while,
deception check.
Haim is just quietly drinking his little pink
Did you
drink.
say roll a perception check?
Deception, yeah.
Oh, deception check. Okay, and that's gonna be like, is that one disadvantaged or anything?
Oh yeah, everything's a disadvantage at the minute. Oh, your spell.
Okay, so how do I do the math on that? Sorry.
You should just, if you just roll, we'll take the lower of the two dice.
Okay.
Oh, pretty good. Oh, real. I thought you might have been an entertainer or something, but well, maybe we'd like to see you dance again. Maybe we can get you on stage before end of now.
Oh yeah, no, I'm like, yeah, I'm totally with that. I'm such an entertainer, you know, just born, just the blood, you know, it runs through me. I'm so good at it and I love it. And I love being in front of people and drawing attention to myself. Love that too. That's great. Yeah.
I can tell that. If you're both drinking the Pixie Punch, I will need 2 DC 13 Constitution saves. Lower Constitution saves, so that should be easier, right? But you will get more drunk.
Gosh. So 2 of them or 1?
Hey, you made it, Val.
Wow, I'm proud of myself.
Val, as you saved successfully, you're drinking, you're getting a little more drunk, which is the idea of drinking, right? So you only go up 1 level of drunkenness. You now have 4 balance, disadvantage on attack roll, and saving throw. Failing the roll though, Haim, you are now up to the disadvantage on all ability checks. At about this point, I think Willa and Jinx are gonna leave the poker and see Haim and Val. Val, definitely you're gonna be caught at the bar a lot. You know what I mean? But both looking red in the face, shall we say?
I'm just gonna Val is just gonna use Haim as a walker, and she's clearly not able to stand up on her own. She's limping and barely keeping it stable, and the only reason that she's able to be up right now is because Haim is so rock solid, even when he's drunk, because he's just so big, and she's so small that it's just so easy for him to handle her weight.
We'll just look over at Jinx and go, we were back there for 10 minutes max, maybe?
It's impressive.
I don't know. Should we disarm them or something before they shoot somebody on accident? Probably themselves?
Well, maybe. Haim's pretty chill.
If you say so. I was looking at the bartender. How much of a tab did they run up?
They're on about 7 silver. Haim's got a gold piece, so they're still.
And I'll just flip them another gold. Well, thanks for dealing with them.
The way I sees it, if you 4 of you are on business, you ain't gonna be much good today. Y'all might as well stay here and get some drinks and then start out tomorrow.
Well, I'm never one to turn down a few drinks. What do you say? Full day's drinking. A nice night's sleep. I don't take much convincing. Jinx? Unless you feel that you could sober these 2 up quickly.
I don't think I can. Nope. Nope. Nope.
You'll see Haim just stands up and just the chair just kind of groans in complaint as he gets up, just the sheer weight of him off of it. And he will lift his hand and he just very gently boops Val on the forehead and will cast protection from poison.
And Val is just gonna she's not gonna feel anything, honestly. Like at this point, she's not gonna actually feel anything. She's gonna acknowledge that there was a slight that movement happened in front of her, and she's gonna be like, "Thank you."
So if we're treating drunkenness as poison, then I think that would effectively just instantly sober them? Or sober them over an hour?
Grant, my love, you are muted. Oh, you're just very far away from the mic.
I'll just follow. Okay. So let's see here. Drunkenness. A creature immune to being poisoned can't become drunk. One with advantage on saving throws against being poisoned, advantage on saving throws against being drunk as well. I mean, I guess so. If it grants immunity to poison, then they will become immune to drunkenness for duration.
So Haim will cast this spell on you, and then he says, "All right, little lady, got jobs to do. Willa," and he tips his hat at Willa, "if you don't mind, perhaps we can have some drinks after the day's events."
And Val just suddenly regains all of her missing consciousness, and she just her eyes widen, and she realizes everything that has happened. She's starting to process it actually in her mind, everything, and she's just like.
The bartender looks at you and goes, "So we'll have you perform at 8 then."
And Val just turns her head really slowly towards the bartender, and she's like,
so...
Did you know, Willa, that your friend here is a famous... They were telling me all about it.
Yeah, so, actually, funny story, I actually really have to, go, go, if that makes sense. So, 8 o'clock, I don't know if that's,
And Willow will just look at the bartender and go, "I believe she would love to perform at 8, but and she'll lean in. Mr. Jackson's given us a job, and I think that perhaps we better see to that business before we make him upset."
Well, you have business to attend to, and I have mine. Who knows? Maybe you'll be done by it.
If we are done by 8, I'll make sure she is back here and on that stage. You have my word.
And Val just gives a death glare to Willa, and she's just like,
yeah, that sounds good.
And she'll just look over and go, "You made your bed."
Get out of here. But before you go, Haim, you can put this on your tab at the. It gives you change. Gives you a red drink, not sparkling. This drink is known as a hair of the dog. Can't find it. There it is. It's red. It's spicy. The cocktail.
Mm-hmm.
But drink it. It will reduce your drunkenness and your exhaustion by 2.
Thank you. The service is impeccable here.
Haim, you don't need that. I did prepare a lesser restoration for today, so...
You could hold on to it, and they could just drink this. Because you might need it later.
I think that Haim's gonna be fine. I mean, he's pretty good at, existing, and being alive, and looking at stuff, and talking to people, and he'll be fine. I mean, he
looks
hang on to that.
Totally indifferent, and he just goes, He just takes a drink, sculls it, Puts it down, takes the change, just slams his hand, scrapes it. Good evening. And he'll turn and walk out the door.
That only
And
lasts
Val
10 minutes. 10 minutes time, but we just...
Walk straight into the door.
Can I get one in a to-go cup?
You sure can. I've got a wooden one around here.
It's made out of balsa wood.
Wait,
How
it's
much?
a wooden sippy cup?
Wooden sip.
Oh, perfect.
How much for that?
Oh, well, Jinx, your tab at the minute with the daiquiris from earlier is up to about 1 gold and 5.
I'm gonna slide in 2.
So where do you all go?
I believe we're heading to a Mr. McCreedus.
There at the bank?
There at the bank. A very large, ginger-bearded man.
And as you walk across to the bank, I think this is a great opportunity for us to take a break.
Yes.
So we shall. Chat, do as we do. Go and take a break, stretch your legs, grab a drink if you need one, grab a bio if you need. We'll be back in 5 minutes. Enjoy these ads. Catch you shortly. Welcome back, everyone, and thank you for taking a break with us. So we are on our way to McCready's over at the bank. Approaching the bank is a large establishment, and there is, of course, a queue. Of course. You can see one cashier at the counter. A little old lady. Glasses on a chain around her neck. White hair. No teeth to see anywhere in sight. As she sits sorting out these requisitions and stuff, and you can see people in the queue are looking pretty fed up.
How many people are in the queue?
5.
And she's not doing anything, essentially.
Well, she's serving someone. Just real slow.
It's just like the DMV from Zootopia.
She's not that bad.
Haim gets in line.
Val gets in line with Haim, but very impatiently. She's just like pulling on Haim's clothes and just wants it to be over with already. She hates waiting.
Willa's looking around for the manager's office.
Make me a perception check.
Oh, I am so good at this. Okay. Thankfully, I rolled well. 19.
On a 19, you can see over on the left there is meeting rooms, and on the right, manager's office.
Cool. Willa will look at the two in the line, look over at Jinx and go, why don't we go to the manager's office? I don't know why I'm Brooklyn all of a sudden. Why don't we go to the manager's office? Why don't we go over theirs? Use the want to wait in line, let's go over there. Willa's gonna go over and knock on the door. Is there a door? Is it closed?
Yeah, there's a door.
Val's trying to decide which of these two options is less boring.
Haim looks like he's perfectly content to wait. Very patient. Staring forward.
Val's gonna very quickly figure out that the less boring option is to go with Willa. And so she walks over to Willa and stands behind her. Willa, I didn't know that you barked.
The manager has a dog.
Willa suddenly starts sweeping in place.
On the NPC sweep. And they stop. From behind the door, you hear a, hang on a minute! And then the sound of a golf club swinging and a golf ball being hit.
I want to mute myself. My dog is still barking at some inanimate object outside.
Bark, bark, bark,
Bark, bark. So there's a dog barking in the distance. He's swinging a golf club in there. Oh, gosh.
Val has the intense urge to go chase the dog. But she keeps her cool because she's like, okay, well, I also don't want to draw attention to myself, so I'm just gonna stay here and just pretend I don't hear the dog.
Oh my gosh.
It's getting harder and harder for her to pretend that she doesn't hear the dog.
So loud. Shush. I even have a door closed. Pardon me, Mr. McCready. I hate to disturb your game. Do you have a moment?
I'm not McCready. If you want McCready, you need to head over to the meeting rooms. He's with a client.
Well then, never mind. Proceed with your game. Although, did that sound like anybody I know? Or seen around? No. No. No.
How thick is the door?
It's sort of like slightly larger than regular size. A grand.
Okay. Can I? Because I have incorporeal movement, so I can walk through walls and doors and shit. So can I like poke my eye through the door and kind of look?
Yeah,
Just-
you can see a man with mutton chops and a like a flat style wide brim hat. In his office, in just his underwear, swinging a golf club at a net.
Yeah, I'm gonna back away. So I guess we're headed to the meeting rooms.
And upon hearing about the meeting room, Val is once again disappointed with the direction of this quest. Because if there's one thing that Val hates more than waiting in a line doing nothing, it's in a meeting room doing nothing.
Haim, still in line, turns around when someone gets in line behind him. He tips his hat and says, "Mighty fine weather we've got today." Looks forward, continues waiting.
You can say that again. I need to take out more money. I keep losing my money at poker.
Well, perhaps you should stop playing poker.
No, it's person.
Oh yeah? Hmm.
Yeah, you know that that holiday, that Willa holiday.
I might. Huh. I played her today.
Did you win?
No.
See what I mean?
Well, some of us are born lucky, I suppose. Just awkwardly nods, smiles a little, continues waiting in line.
The line moves forward one space. Not because the cashier is finished. Someone ahead of you has given up. They leave.
Val is trying to distract herself by watching this interaction go down and is trying desperately to find some entertainment, but Haim is just not giving her anything.
I'm gonna send my familiar over to Val. It's like a ghost cat.
Val screams, and then she's like, "Ah!"
Wow, that's such a cool, not terrifying ghost thing. It's great. I love it. Wow, it's so cute.
Wow, I'm gonna call back my ghost cat. You don't get to play with it.
And as Val watches the little bit of entertainment she had coming to her slip away, she just looks with a look of desperation at Jinx and is just like,
I'm sorry.
I'll be good, I swear.
It's just gonna move through her in a way.
Val is just gonna look down at her chest or move through it. She's gonna be like,
That's a fun trick. That's a fun trick. That's a fun trick.
she's not, and she's just gonna act like she's not at all fazed by this ghost.
You see over by the meeting room a man with a large ginger beard, a top hat, opens the door, and an elderly couple leave meeting room. Two older women, and here's some sort of peasantry going on. Like he's about to head back in and close.
Pardon me, Mr. McCready.
Hello, yes, that's my name. I go by it most days.
Hello. I don't know if we've met yet. The name's Willa Holiday.
And will you?
I'm shit, Irish. American, I don't understand. What?
And will you?
It depends on how high the price is. I've heard that if someone was in need of a little bit of work, that you were the one to come and talk to.
Oh, well, if you're looking to start up your own business, then I can certainly sort you out with a loan.
I've heard of a friend of mine. It recently got into the horse selling business.
That fella happened to be in this room right now.
I look around.
Behind Haim stands Errol.
I'll look and I'll kind of like, just as if I'm fixing my hair, my flaming hair. I'll look around and go, by strange coincidence, they are.
Well, you better come in then, hadn't you?
Oh, well, thank you very much. Do you mind if my compatriots join me?
No, not at all. Bring them all in.
Okay. And I'll yell over to... I won't yell over. I'll just glance over the Haim. Hopefully Haim is looking, because I don't want to be like, Haim!
At the front of the line, you hear a person. A deposit! A deposit! That's all! Just a deposit!
Have the effects of the hair of the dog remained?
Yes, currently.
Okay, so that means my passive perception is not 7. Yes, Aim will notice Willa, and he'll turn around, tip his hat to the gentleman behind him. Have a good day. Just step out of line and head over that way.
Alright, come on in. Alright, come on in. All of you now.
Val follows behind the back of the group behind Haim. And she's just like annoying him and like grabbing his clothes, and like she jumps up on his back. She's just like trying to find a place where she's like comfortable, because she knows she's about to stand in one place for a long time and she's not looking forward to it.
Aim is cool as a cucumber.
I'm just gonna float in.
I'm just gonna sit. I don't have anything cool. I'm just gonna... Everybody's got something cool, and I'm like...
So, desk is another large bear with some leather paneling on. Very nice station. Alright. My name's Finley McCready. A pleasure to meet you all. I need to apparently have a word with some of my staff about their lips. How they keep moving.
Well, perhaps you just need a better staff.
Alright now. First of all, we all know the law. If you're lawmakers, you got to tell me. Any of you lawmakers? Looks at Haim. Image of a deputy.
Looks like a fed.
Val looks back at him like...
You see him cross his arms over his shoulders, and the leather just kind of squeaks a little bit as it ripples over his massive biceps. It says, unemployed.
None of us are law. We are just looking for some work, whether it be honest or not.
Right. Well, the first thing I can give you is a wee bit of advice. Don't go looking for dishonest work by saying you're looking for dishonest work. My goodness. If I was a law merchant myself, I'd be getting you all arrested right now. You're lucky you had a good tip. Otherwise, Errol's the kind of person that we send to feds for them to catch, you know. You don't want to... You don't want to take tips from people like that. You've got real lucky this time. As it happens, I do need a lot of people, though. We've got a big job coming up.
We?
The company I work for shall remain unnamed, but you can know it is very organized.
You would say that they're a syndicate of organized crime. Continue. That was just Alex speaking.
Yes, you could. I guess you. All right. What are your skills?
Well, I'm pretty swift with a weapon. I'm pretty swift with my hands. I know how to keep in the docks if I need to. I definitely know how to talk myself out of a situation should the docks not be dark enough. And these are my very trusted friends of varying skills. Why don't you all talk about yourselves?
Well, I'm very small and fast, and I'm a performer, so that's it's very much my occupation. So I'm a good person at pretending to be things that I am not.
A distraction. Great.
She's great at the pull and focus. Shit.
There it goes.
There it goes. Down the crapper.
All right, so we've got a face and a distraction.
I'm gonna move and walk through his desk. I'm good at getting into places.
Are you dead?
Nah. Very much alive. I'm a spirit host from the Border Ethereal. Heard of it? You know, Blink Dogs? Oh my god, his accent.
It's contagious. It's like glitter. It's like the glitter of accents. It gets everywhere.
Incredible. Incredible. Even worse when Alice starts doing Irish accent. I'm trying.
Yep. Yep.
It's accent herpes.
All right, so we've got we've got well, whoever you are, fantastic skill right there. In fact, I could. All right,
She
then.
has a
What about
scary
Big Love?
cat.
And they have a cat. Well, you never know.
Arms rippling, and he will pull his he'll pull this weapon off a holster on his back and just kind of point it out to the side. Very non-threatening, but it is a massive shotgun, and it sort of catches the glimmer of light. Very a nice sheen on it.
Looks like
Muscle and
Haim. It's
damage.
good for getting us out of those sticky situations.
Right. So we've got a face, a distraction, a safe cracker / burglar, I guess, and a backup plan. All right.
I can also heal.
Heal as well, can you? Very useful. No. Then
Yes.
It's definitely a strong crew. Formidable.
Aye. All right. What jobs have you done? Tell me all about your recent jobs.
Oh, what can I pull out of my ass real quick? DM, quick question, if you don't mind. The gunfight that Errol was talking about, was that like anything that one would want to take credit for, or was that like a huge shit show?
It's something that people would want to take credit for. Passive insight, Willa, you suspect Errol did not do that job. There was a hold-up. It was essentially stealing government equipment. Everyone got shot, but that was kind of the plan, it seems. and everything's stolen. And Errol is saying that.
You know that that impressive display of gunfire that not many people walked away from the other day? A lot of goods that went missing. Everybody's been taking credit for it. Errol said that he also was a mastermind.
I must admit, I was a bit shocked when he rolled in with a whole bunch of government.
Well, that was all a facade. And what we got away with, you'll never find out. Natural 19 plus 6, so 25. Right there, I promise. I'm not. I just don't know how to roll on on roll 20. It's fine.
All right. I trust you well enough. Follow me. Walks over to a candelabra, pulls on it, and a door swings open in the back of the room.
Bella's so excited that something is happening.
This is the secret room I had built into my office. It's actually the back of one of the safes, but no one ever does that. Figure out. Crawl space here. Private conversation here. Completely soundproof.
He's not about to go in and kill us, is he? Paranoia.
On the wall, there is a picture of a locomotive. You recognize this?
Float in.
This is that new train that they're going to be running down that new line from Nerf to Save. Now, we have to understand that there's valuable materials on that train there. So, feel it.
Val really likes the sound of valuable materials, and her eyes light up at the thought.
I'm given to understand the equivalent of 50,000 gold transported on that train in one. Now, have you all heard of Little Richard?
Yeah, Little Richard. Yeah, little Richard. I know who that is. I know that. Yeah.
I've heard he's got a great singing voice.
Can't say that I have.
Well, he's kind of like you there, big fella. Likes the big guns. He wants to steal that 50,000 gold. And we need people to help us do it. Now we've got our own team of safecrackers and stuff like that. But these sorts of jobs, they don't go down easy. The more people you got, the more reliable you except for those talk.
Well, I do think that it's wise, you know, a 2 is 1, 1 is none scenario, but also I'm a little concerned about too many cooks in the kitchen. How many crews do you have on this project, and do you trust all of them as much as you trust us?
We have our core crew, ones that'll be doing the actual robbery. They're on a job at a bank right now up north, but they'll be back next week by about Monday, 1 p.m. EST, to do another job for us. But we do have another crew as well. I don't trust them so well. They'll mostly just be running the horses for the getaway. We could use people, though, to make sure that everything goes over smoothly on the train, and that sounds to me like perhaps a job that all of y'all could do. especially with your backup plan there and your face and your performers. You, on the other
Yeah,
hand,
no.
got special skills to getting into play. Not seen skills like that before. Could even possibly be actual robbery. Imagine opening a safe from the inside a lot easier than outside.
I wouldn't know. Really. It's not what I usually do. I'm a traveling healer, so.
Well, yes, of course, we're interested.
What she means to say is that perhaps she might not have. It's not her normal job, but it doesn't mean she is not skilled at it.
As long as it's less than an inch of metal, I can move through it.
Just an inch. Less than an inch. A
Less
little
than an
Richard of an inch.
Less than an inch.
Some would say just the tip.
That's just a tip, not the tip. Right. I need you all to head west. Out west, you'll find a saloon. That saloon. It's got a skull and crossbones above the road. It's really the only feature of the town to the west. It's called the Empty Glass. In there, you'll meet the gang. Word of advice. Don't ask for Big Dick. That doesn't go over well.
Why?
Last time someone asked for Big Dick, there was a lot of damage done.
God, fuck.
Alice just pretending that is definitely something she understands, and that she's just sitting here pretending she's very cognizant of everything being said here, but all she really heard was the name of the place that they're going. That's all she cares about.
Little Richard isn't a fan of the nickname.
I just drooled all over myself. From laughing.
So it's safe to say there's no big dicks in the gang?
Look. People who don't know Richard call him Big Dick, alright? He doesn't like it. The last person I saw him called Big Dick within hearing range. Well, we didn't see him the next morning. They say he was buried. Alive. The desert.
So what name should we ask for when we do arrive to make ourselves known to the right people?
Just tell him you're there for the job.
There for the job.
I don't know what you mean.
And I assume that this $50,000 gold score, is this something Mr. Richard is going to be using all of, or is there a good cut for the crews out there?
No, there'd be a... depends really on who's doing what now and how many people survive, of course. Once the crews get going, one less person is one. But I'm sure we don't. You all look like professionals, of course. I'm sure not. I'm sure we could see our way clear on a successful robbery to get 10 gold, or if you to split.
Very, very professional. Very professional. Very smooth. We're in and out. You know, we got it.
I love
Well,
that so much.
The new big iron machine, right, on the rails. powerhouse. Pistons, islands, coal and smoke. It's a wonderful thing, but quite terrifying.
No, what? No, that's not scary. I'm not scared. I'm not scared, right?
Val is fearless. Just likes it to be known.
Very fearless! Very fearless! No fears. Not scared.
I can tell that.
Moving train, one fear.
Well, I suggest you all get on. You want to get there before nightfall, and it's already afternoon. There may be, as you're heading west along the mountain range, if you find a singing cactus, beware of the invisible knight.
Singing cactus, invisible knight. Okay. We thank you for your time, Miss McCready. You wouldn't happen to have any of those horses to spare to help us on our way.
Professional crew, if I just have your own horses.
Oh, they are resting. They were just used. I didn't know if you had some fresh ones ready for us.
Can Haim help by flexing muscles in the back, looking...
You're given advantage.
Yes, muscles.
First roll is better. 22.
22. Alright, I'll give you fresh horses, but only to use in conjunction with your own, you understand. I don't want you to running them ragged all the way west. Need
Well-
these horses for the actual robbery itself, so try and keep it fresh.
Well, of course. Sorry, I didn't have lunch today. My stomach is growling. Much obliged. All right.
I'll be off with you then. They're outside in the barn.
Stand up and leave open the door for everybody. Get out before we ruin it. Get out before we ruin it.
Val just stays on Haim's back and lets him carry her out.
Haim does the whole one shoulder in and then wiggles the other shoulder out.
The person at the front of the line finally takes their checkbook, leaves, walks down the queue, looks back down at the deposit book, curses loudly, joins the back of the queue.
Oh no! You hear that, folks? Character development.
Val is finally entertained.
That is
You
fantastic.
You find horses outside, waiting for you. They're
Is there a war horse for a certain Goliath?
There is a stallion that looks like it could do the job.
Poor horse.
Val has never ridden a horse in her life, so she stares at the horse that's meant for her and just kind of sneaks away from it towards Haim's horse.
You can ride with me.
I take one look at your cat and I'm just like,
You know, that's fine. I don't want to be a bother. I just I mean, this is a big, strong stallion. It can handle us, it's fine.
He just kind of swings up onto the horse with like practiced ease, and then just grabs a fistful of the back of Val's like coat, and just drops her right on the back of the horse.
Val yelps for a second and then she's like,
Thanks.
I'm gonna hand Haim the to-go cup and be like, "There you go.
Takes
There's the dog."
Thank you, little lady. Look, look, look.
Milady.
Milady.
Tips a fedora. Do we get to ride off into the sunset at
Do.
2 o'clock in the afternoon?
You ride west into the afternoon, following the mountain range west as instructed.
Val is like bouncing up and down on the horse, like she can barely stay on it. She's so small and weighs so little.
Put her in one of the side pouches.
The sun is exceptionally hot. You have the choice of drinking from your flasks, or taking a con save to ride out the hydration.
Question.
Huh?
If I'm fire resistant,
Yes, I see where that line of thought is going. Say you're.
hey,
Question.
fire ganassi for a reason.
If I have to eat and drink like half as much as everyone else, or I can go further between eating and drinking and stuff like that, would I have to drink too? Or would that, you can
We'll
always do the disadvantage thing.
Yeah,
if you
I
want.
think in this situation, I'm applied disadvantage on you. We'll say the heat.
Oh yeah.
Maybe you're trying to evaporate.
Yes, that is. Sure. So it was Constitution save.
Save, or you can drink. Just hydrate. Don't dehydrate, hydrate.
Val
Yeah,
obviously knows the answer to this question immediately because she knows that she's not going to survive if she doesn't just take this damn drink, so she takes a drink of the flask.
Haim does the same thing.
Gonna take a drink.
As you are going, and it's getting hot again, you come to the gap in the mountain ranges, and away to your left, maybe 100, 200 yards, you hear, "They're coming around the mountain when we come. Coming around the mountain. Coming around. Riding 6 white horses." And it goes on and on and on and on.
Val immediately picks up the tune and can't stop humming it, and now she's annoyed.
That wouldn't happen to be the singing cactus, would it?
Muted.
Haim squints around, looking for a cactus.
You do see a cactus in the mountain range there. This.
With each
It's doing like a baby Groot.
with each movement that Haim makes, because Val now has a death grip on Haim's neck to keep on this horse, she's just flinging around on Haim's neck.
I will say that even if it wasn't a singing cactus, we should probably steer clear, as that is a terrible song.
What are you talking about? This is, oh yeah, no, I hate it. It's awful. Stupid.
How far away is it?
About 100 yards.
Mm.
We had to avoid it though, didn't we?
Anyone remember the
Yeah.
word?
If you
It
find
says, beware, oh shoot, beware the invisible.
Night.
I think it's night, right?
Yeah, I wrote beware and then ADHD got me.
I
stopped writing.
I wrote invisible night, so I think it's invisible night, but
Yes.
But is it night or just like night?
Like a
I'm
good night.
I was guessing probably invisible kind of, yeah.
We should
we
keep
have it?
riding.
Anybody got to see invisibility?
Would my ability to look into the ethereal plane work here?
Can you pop it?
I put it in my hang on. Ugh, what is it doing? There we go.
If you don't have it, I have a spell I can use.
Periphery vision.
No, this I don't think this will work. They're not on a different plane.
Hmm.
So how far away?
Have to try.
Ahead of you, you hear, "You there! Stand and deliver!"
It's definitely a Knight.
You see Haim, like, he just, like, adjusts the brim of his hat, and then you see the sparkle in his eye for a split second. He casts Detect Law and Chaos on himself. So, if there is an authority invested with legal authority or has been outlawed, I can see them if they're within 30 feet of me.
Well, there is a glow that appears around this space ahead of you where it sounds like the voice comes from. But it's not actually chaos. It's like a law entity.
Well, Will is screwed.
There's a lawful being right there. He just kind of gestures vaguely into the nothingness ahead.
Val's gonna pretend. Val's gonna try to actually see it, and she's gonna be confused, and she's gonna look around and squint her eyes, but she's not gonna say anything because she doesn't want to look like if she's the only one that doesn't see it. She doesn't want to draw attention to herself.
Well then, if it's lawful, then perhaps Haim, you might be the best one to converse with them.
Now, we have you surrounded. We know all about your dealings with the big dick.
Haim looks around. Is there more than one?
It's just... Well, first off, my nightly dealings are my own business.
Haim will just kind of slowly walk the horse up closer and say, "Howdy."
Old I say.
All right, and he just stills the horse. My name is Haim Halfgiant. I was deputy a couple of towns over. Who are you?
I am the Invisible Knight, a force for good against the darkness of the evil here on the range. I pioneer through the desert to make sure that Big Dick's adventures are always stifled. I take his plans and I bend them slightly to the left. I make sure that nothing goes straight and everything goes awry.
Why is that?
And you hear just a single note carry behind.
Oh no.
I'm the Invisible Knight. I stand for law and justice. I will take out all Big Dick's plans and see to all of the things.
Val is
And he goes into a
incredibly
full
excited.
3 or 4 minute song about destroying evil and being lawful.
Val is humming along the entire time.
Can we, while he is distracted by singing about himself, can we just keep moving? Can we just sneak past him and just keep going?
Sure, give me a I need you to. I feel like one
If
of you
not,
take
then
his
that's fine. I was just
Haim is
wondering.
not moving. He's watching. He's very patient.
And
What?
Val really doesn't want him to move.
So Haim and Val, take Haim. We'll take both of you. Give me a persuasion check for holding attention. And if Willa and Jinx want to try and sneak by, they can do stealth check.
I'm gonna not sneak by. I'm gonna go up to the point where Haim is and kind of display my Bahamut badge. Like, see, this is also law and justice.
I will use my advantage die for this one.
So will I. That's better. 14.
23.
Well, with Aria and Heim distracting, Willa is able to buy, and as he finishes the song and Jinx kind of gesture there,
Ah! I see your garment, but how know I that you are not wearing them as a ruse?
That would be silly, wouldn't it?
Silly.
Yes. Why would I wear it if I didn't believe in the good platinum dragon?
Well, perhaps you are using them as a mask to veil some other thing that you are hiding, like working for Big Dick.
If you know so much about Big Dick, you would know that we're also after him.
Alas, I know very little of Big Dick. I know only that I oppose him in every way.
There's absolutely no evilness at all going on here. Nothing at all. None at all whatsoever.
I stand for wisdom and enlightened justice and diplomacy over combat, just like Bahamut.
Yeah, all those big words! I know what those mean!
These make me persuasion checks. Unless, Jinx, you would prefer deception.
I think it's Sayama.
No.
Well, my perception or persuasion and deception are the same, so either or.
So then I never need to ask you which one you would prefer again. They're both the same thing.
Yep.
Great. So on a 19, I do trust you, actually. You, on the other hand, the loud one. Why are you being so loud? Hiding something, are you?
I just really like being loud because, like, I'm a performer, I project, you know, I'm really used to that, and, there's, you know, nothing weird or suspicious about that at all, and I am definitely a performer.
I don't believe you.
Well, that's tough shit, because I don't know what to tell you!
Oh my god.
You hear the sound of a rapier being drawn. You have marred my honor! Let us fight until blood is drawn.
I just hide behind Heim.
Heim will be like, whoa there. And he'll like reach into his duster and pull out a hidden deputy sheriff's badge. And holds it up. The little lady's here with me. We
Yeah! Suck it!
I have a thing called prehensile hair that can go up to 10 feet away from me. I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna cover Val's mouth.
Just put her into the bag like Baby Yoda.
You see Haim's like cheeks start to blush a little. He's like, we need all the enthusiasm we can get to take down the Big Dick.
Any hands will make light work of Big Dick. It's good not to be working alone out here in the desert.
Val is just so angry.
I'm broken. I can't do
Val
any of
is
this.
just so angry that she can't talk because she's screeching through this gag on her mouth.
You're probably getting a mouthful of hair, so good luck with that.
It
Delicious.
starts wrapping around your teeth.
Oh,
you made it worse.
Why?
Hard no.
Why?
Val literally is unfazed because if there's one thing that will not stop Val, or if there's one thing that she will not stop for anything, it's screaming at someone.
All the while, Willa is just behind this person. She's got a hand on her belt, just in case. hoping everybody who's a little bit better than she is can talk them out, because she knows he's gonna see right through her.
Listen, there's no need for violence. I am of the Order of the Badge. I believe in keeping the peace.
Ah, one
And
of the
uphold-
badgers, eh?
Badges?
Fine. You have avoided this combat encounter today.
I don't know how.
I don't. Scout's like, God damn it.
Here away. Sally forth into the desert, and I wish you well.
You too, knight. Clip clop, clip clop, clip clop, clip clop.
I think I'm gonna drag Val a ways away before I let her go.
as soon as the hair leaves my mouth, you just hear, "We win, you lose."
Oh no.
But she's just a little bit too far away for him to hear.
You know, I respect the loud one. They they want to live loudly.
Well, I think when the hair's removed, remove the mouth except one hair that's lurking at the back there somewhere.
Oh,
You can't find it.
No, wrapped around the tonsil.
Oh, you're the worst. Roll to clear tonsil.
Ugh. 5 minutes later, there's a hairball. Just.
Val's just like she's calmed down because she's been removed from the situation. She's like calming down and she's noticing the hair in the back of her throat. And she's just like.
I love the fact that we just completely bypassed probably our one chance to use guns. So we're like, ah, damn it.
I tried.
Yeah, I was helping you guys. What are you talking about?
Thank you very much, Aniksta, for their subscription. 9 months. We have a stream, baby. You need to name it. You
Name
late-
it Walter.
Name it Walter. There you go. That's the suggestion. As you as night evening begins to draw in, you see a town, mostly a graveyard town. A big church with a large graveyard and a saloon. Empty glass, which is town. A few ramshackle huts together. Some of them even have roofs. And tents around. Seems that the place is currently overcrowded.
Well, this looks like the spot.
Skull and
That was
crossbones
very-
and empty glass.
Val is very disappointed by how quiet it is here.
Well, sometimes quiet is good for, well, flying under the radar.
What's that? I mean, no, I do that all the time. What? Like, flying under the radar? This is the radar. This is me. Never, I never hit it. I'm always under it.
I don't doubt you in the slightest.
Good. You shouldn't. I'm very believable. Very trustworthy. I always speak the truth.
I didn't even need an inside check for that. I just like, nope. Do we walk into this creepy saloon?
Haim will go first.
I'm just gonna go through, I guess. Just walk right through it.
As the doors open and I'm and there giving the whole bar silent. As every head turns to be the
Val
meanest,
slinks.
toughest bar. Known perpetrators, people, posters you down with.
Val just slowly slinks down behind Himes' back so no one can see her.
Willow just walks a little bit more to the front and lets the fire go a little brighter just to make her look a little bit more dangerous.
Jinx is just Jinx and floats to the bar.
Perfect.
Muscle
It's-
flexing.
Val is like
terrible-
praying that Haim is gonna like keep his cool. Not that he doesn't ever not keep his cool, but she's just like, this is my only layer of protection here.
So the bar will it's like they're waiting for something, and as you walk to the bar, do you all walk to the bar? You follow Jinx?
Yeah, I'll go to the bar.
They sort
I'm
of
wherever Haim is.
gather around you. Lot of attention on you.
Is there one that looks like... So we were supposed to just go into this bar and just say we're here for the job.
Haim will slap down 2 silvers onto the bar, be like, whiskey, and we're here for the job.
As you say, you're here for the job.
Let me check
The
my
bar
notes.
cheers. People whoop. They begin celebrating, and they get right on and start getting whiskeys and things in you. A new crew member has joined Big Dick's gang, but no one, of course, calls it Big Dick's gang.
Little Richard's crew.
You're one of Little Richard's fingers.
Yeah, okay.
So these people are looking to get y'all drunk. Does anyone try and hold back or hide it, or do you all just
What
drink?
kind of
You drink.
liquor is in this bar?
There
Where's
are
my consent?
2 kinds of drink in this bar: whiskey and tequila.
Val
Oh,
looks
no.
at the 2 options put before her. She just kind of slinks further back behind Haim, and she's like,
I'm flattered by the gesture, but I think that I'm just like, tired and I don't know if alcohol. I mean, like I love alcohol, but I'm good. I'm fine.
Question, DM. Does everybody else in this place look drunk, or are they just trying to get us drunk?
They look pretty drunk. This smacks of bored people waiting for a job. And the tequila's free.
Say no more.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
Yep.
Bring it on.
Bring it on. Yeah. Line them up, bartender.
Haim is definitely taking all the drinks that is given, and also probably, as is likely whenever he goes into a bar and there's a bunch of drunk people, they want to arm wrestle him. So he's probably doing that off to one side of the bar, arm wrestling a line of people.
Hell yeah, I'm here for that.
Val just goes running through people underneath because she's so small, and she just goes running to that most interesting looking table so that she can just, and she turns into, or what she does is she puts on her cloak and she just goes up and kind of slinks off to like the wall to the side of the most interesting table so she can just watch what's happening and not draw attention to herself.
People watch.
There's not going to be... let's see how you do, Haim, at the arm wrestling. But there's not any, like, there's not any, like, no one's going to kill you if you lose, let's just see how you do.
13.
So you do okay. It's not great. There's you beat most people, and then when the strong people start getting interested, it gets a bit more even. And you certainly don't beat Sanchez, who is the big guy in the bar, a dirty-looking guy that is very strong.
Whenever Haim does lose, he loses quite gracefully. He doesn't seem too disturbed. And he's like, ah, damn.
And every time you win or lose, your opponent smiles, claps you on the shoulder, and puts a tequila in front of you.
Next.
Willow 100% walks over, flips a chair around, sits down, and puts her arm on the table.
Oh
She
my
is
god, yes.
drunk as shit.
You just see like a wolfish grin just cut across Haim's face. He's like, you got
just
fast
see-
hands, but do you have strong ones?
Look, we're gonna find out. I'm your Huckleberry. Let's do this.
You see Val dart across the bar towards this so she can watch.
So, this is going to be contested athletics checks. Both of you have been drinking, so both of you are rolling with disadvantage.
Perfect. I rolled the same thing twice. 14.
Total?
That's a 17.
Yeah, 14 total. I have 0 to my athletics. I'm an 11 in strength.
It's close, you know. I think that's at least a 3-second hold. That's the difference between 17 and 14, right? It is, yeah. Until Willa, unfortunately, Haim beats you.
And I'll just take the couple of gold that I won from Haim earlier from the poker game that I cheated in, and I'll slam him down. Ah, you beat Miss Fair and Square.
You see Val, or Val is just, the person next to her like slides her a couple of coins because she bet on Haim winning, and she looks very happy.
How about Jinx? What's Jinx up to?
Oh,
Jinx is gonna take the seat after Willa.
Oh.
And her arm is kind of gonna go up through the table and be ready.
what was Haim gonna say though?
Haim just pushes the coins back to you and says, "It's all right. Unnecessary. You earned those."
Val is very.
Can I roll? Can I roll for like guilty?
No, you can auto success that one. You feel guilty.
I feel guilty. My bags have been packed for my guilt trip.
I guess Jinx would be on what, number 3 tequila shot?
Number 3, that's enough to wane the strength even if you succeed every check. So disadvantages all round again for the athletics checks.
So Haim looks a little uncomfortable as he's like grabbing Jinx's hand. He's like, I'll stop if it starts to hurt.
Is my strength better than yours?
Oh, oops. This is with disadvantage. So 11.
You still win.
I have a +5. What?
Oh my goodness.
How do you have a +5? What the
I
hell?
don't know. +2 strength and then 3 proficiency bonus.
Unfortunately, you just rolled really badly, so Haim wins again. But now, why are we all drinking towards the end of the session? Well, because we had 10 retweets, and earlier someone rolled on our random roll table to get a random effect. And since we are using the Taverns and Tankards expansion from Mage Hand Press along with the Weird West stuff, I think it's only right. I rolled for who? Haim, with all of these tequila shots everyone gets you, you don't remember going to bed. Certainly don't remember waking up. You're going to wake up in a trough in a barn.
Okay.
And you'll be surprised to find, nestled in your coat pocket, is the Archbishop of the Bahamut Archbishop equivalent ceremonial scepter is stuffed into your trousers.
I stole something.
And that's where we're going to leave our show
Yep.
this week.
That's perfect. That's so perfect. Oh gosh, what a wild time.
So that's gonna be fun next time.
Oh, I'm not ready.
Well, let's go round, everyone. Let's talk about who we are, where we can find each other online, and all the fun things that we get up to. We'll go the other way around and start with Cammy this time. Oh, hi, Cammy.
Oh, hi. You can find me on Twitter at my name and on Redbubble, where I have stuff like this. I got it for Christmas from my mom. She bought it on my Redbubble. I draw stuff sometimes, and yeah, come check me out.
You should indeed check it. Can you drop your Redbubble link in the chat as well? Drop it in Zoom and I'll drop it in chat for you if you like.
Oh boy, yes. Give me a sec.
Yeah, no worries. Next around the screen, we have Aria's Dreams.
Yeah, so my Twitter is Aria's Dreams, just my name with an S and dreams. And I also have, since I can plug this here, I have a SoundCloud. So that's pretty fun. My SoundCloud is just Aria Jean Shaw. It's my name, Aria Jean. Jean with 2 N's and an E. And if you want to listen to my very emo songs, you can do that. If you like sad things, and maybe like 1 or 2 happy songs.
Goodness, the meme is real. We're here. Yeah, send me the link and we'll put it in chat for you. Fantastic.
Sounds amazing.
Next around, Kaya, how you doing?
Hey, I'm Kaya Gasson. You can find me on Twitter at Charisma, or you can follow me over on my show's Twitter, which is called Nerd Out. It's nerdout_TV. I live over on the Variant Roles channel as well. I actually will be on again tonight, twitch.tv/Variant Roles for Grim Femmes. It is an amazing game created by Emma Hansen that allows the players to play through real life trauma in very, very safe place. We utilize safety tools and trust with each other, and it is amazing. So we're reaching the last couple weeks of that, so stop on by 6 p.m. Eastern tonight. I also am over on Dice Priority on Tuesday evenings at 10:30 Eastern, not this Tuesday but the following Tuesday, for Firefly Tales of the Verse. I play a very strong ship's mechanic named Revna Grimm, who is married to the most beautiful woman on the first bow. And like I said, I do have a show called Nerd Out that's over on Variant Roles. I did just release a holiday special. Go over to the Variant Roles channel and watch it. It's a lot of fun. It was me nerding out about Star Wars. And follow me for new updates as season 2 is quickly approaching, with Scratticus also getting into the hot seat, as well as the lovely Alice. I got to interview them both, so look for more updates on that. That's me. This was a whole lot of fun. I want to live here.
It was fantastic on the interview too. I may have already pestered Kaya once about hey, so when's this gonna be released? Because I'm excited. But anyway, that's yes. Last but most certainly not least, Stella.
Hello. Excuse me. I am Stella Luna. I am a variety streamer here on Twitch. I do things of the artsy-fartsy kind, various types of TTRPGs, and I also play video games. Later tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Time over my channel, I'm going to be playing some Telltale games with saucy commentary. We basically play video games and we try to turn everything we play into a romance simulator, even if it's not a romance simulator. It's really fun. But yeah, thank you so much for another awesome Mage Hand content game. This is so awesome. Oh my god. Also, I can't believe the whole big dick thing. Oh my god.
Not many can. Not many can.
Thank you.
It's often never true.
Often. Right. Before we are going to go on a raid. But before we do that, please check out these things. Check out our social links. If you're your first time here, click on the Discord link. Come and be a part of the Discord. Amazing space where you can come and talk to a bunch of friendly people who all seem genuinely invested in looking after each other and helping each other learn D&D. Wonderful spot. Twitter. Send me a DM on Twitter and you can come and sit in one of these very hot seats and come and play D&D with us. Hopefully, I mean, I've just organized my 2020 diary, my double crit diary. We should be able to get some more people in this season. Send me a DM. We'll figure it out. Also, YouTube, go and catch up on the Dark Matter game that Stella and Cammy were in last year. This last 3 months. I don't know. We're not quite over the thing yet. Anyway, check it out. Also, check out our sponsors, Mage Press, who created this fantastic expansion for 5e. They also created a space expansion now available in hardback, and this wonderful paperback Taverns and Tankards things, which allows you to get drunk in your party. It solves the whole, oh, you have a drink, make a constitution check, you're drunk problem, and actually structures it a fair amount. Also, check out the Deck of Many, who make wonderful, pretty cards. Right here, in fact. The Deck of Many Things. These are the animated cards, which you can see have animation. You can flash around. Lots of fun. You can also get their spell cards, which are very cool. They cast as you cast. And lastly, check out Hero Forge. You can go and make your own customizable miniature with hundreds of parts, thousands of combinations, to make your very own unique representation of your OC. Be warned though, it's addictive. We are going to go on a raid, so join us in the raid. We're going to go and raid Rachel over at Oh Baby, not Oh Baby 190, just Oh Baby. So copy the raid cry in your thing and come and paste it. I would ask y'all for a raid cry, but it's going to involve a big dick. And I'm not sure if I'm ready to raid Rachel with that. So until next time, everyone. No, don't do it. No, exactly. Keep on evoking emotions, everyone, and we will see you later on. Bye.
Bye.